One careless click can bypass security worth millions of dollars. That's not a failure of technology alone. It's proof that cyberattacks succeed for reasons far more complex than simply saying, hackers are getting smarter. Welcome to BlueHat Cybersec Academy. Think about it for a moment. If organizations spend millions on cybersecurity, why do successful cyberattacks still happen? Is it because attackers have better tools, or because they understand their targets better than we realize? Every major data breach leaves people asking the same question: how did this happen? The answer is almost never a single vulnerability or one dramatic mistake. More often, successful cyberattacks are the outcome of careful planning, overlooked weaknesses, predictable human behavior, and security defenses that fail at exactly the wrong moment. In this edition of Cybersecurity Chronicles, we're going beyond the headlines to understand what separates successful cyberattacks from the ones that fail. Because once you understand how attackers think, you'll start seeing cybersecurity from an entirely different perspective. Now, here's something that surprises many people. A cyberattack doesn't actually start with the attack itself. When people imagine hacking, they often picture someone furiously typing commands until a system suddenly crashes. It makes for great movie scenes, but that's rarely how real cyberattacks happen. In reality, the attack usually begins long before anyone notices. The first phase is reconnaissance. Before making a single move, attackers spend time collecting information about their target. They examine public websites, employee social media profiles, leaked credentials, software versions, company infrastructure, and anything else that might reveal an opportunity. The goal isn't to attack immediately. The goal is to eliminate uncertainty. The more information attackers gather beforehand, the fewer surprises they'll encounter later. Think of it this way. Instead of trying to break down the front door, they're quietly walking around the building, checking every window until they find one that's already unlocked. Preparation isn't just part of the attack. Preparation is often the reason the attack succeeds. But planning alone isn't enough. Attackers still need an opportunity, and that's where vulnerabilities come into the picture. Every system has weaknesses. That's simply the reality of technology. Some vulnerabilities exist because of software flaws, while others appear because security practices aren't consistently followed. So what are attackers actually looking for? They're looking for unpatched software. They're looking for weak or reused passwords. They're looking for misconfigured cloud services, exposed databases, outdated applications, and poor access controls. Every one of these represents an opportunity. What's interesting is that many successful breaches don't rely on advanced or highly sophisticated hacking techniques. Instead, they exploit problems that organizations already knew about, but never fixed. That raises an important question. If a vulnerability has been identified but remains unpatched for months, is the biggest threat really the attacker or the delay in addressing the problem? Security isn't only about building strong systems. It's also about maintaining them continuously. And then we come to what is arguably the most targeted vulnerability of all, not technology, but people. If technology alone determined security, phishing wouldn't continue to be one of the most successful attack methods in the world. Yet it remains incredibly effective. Why? Because attackers understand people just as well as they understand computers. Human beings are naturally curious. They want to be helpful. They trust familiar names. And when they're busy or distracted, they're more likely to make quick decisions. Attackers take advantage of these behaviors through carefully crafted emails, fake login pages, urgent requests, convincing phone calls, and other forms of social engineering. The objective isn't always to break into a system directly. Sometimes all they need is for someone to willingly open the door. That's why even organizations with advanced security technologies can still become victims if employees aren't trained to recognize manipulation. Cybersecurity isn't only about technology, it's also about psychology. Fortunately, not every cyberattack succeeds. Many attacks fail because organizations understand an important principle. Instead of relying on a single security solution, they build multiple layers of defense. That means using multi-factor authentication. It means keeping software regularly updated. It means continuously monitoring systems, training employees to recognize cyber threats, segmenting networks, preparing incident response plans, and performing frequent security assessments. Every one of these defensive layers increases the attacker's workload. They spend more time, they create more noise, and they become far more likely to be detected before reaching their objective. For many cybercriminals, that's enough reason to abandon the attack altogether and move on to an easier target. This brings us to one of the biggest misconceptions in cybersecurity. Many people believe the goal is to become impossible to hack. The reality is very different. No connected system can honestly claim to be completely secure. The real objective is to make attacking your organization difficult, expensive, time-consuming, and risky. Every additional security control changes the attacker's calculation. Every obstacle forces them to invest more effort, and every extra minute increases the chances that they'll be discovered. Cybersecurity isn't a pursuit of perfection. It's a strategy of reducing opportunities while increasing the cost of attack. The harder you make the attack, the less attractive your organization becomes. And that's really the biggest lesson to take away from this discussion. Successful cyberattacks rarely happen because of one catastrophic mistake. They happen when multiple small issues quietly come together. An overlooked vulnerability, a distracted employee, a delayed software update, weak monitoring, or an attacker who simply prepared better than the defender. Individually, each issue may seem insignificant. Together, they create the conditions for a successful breach. That's why understanding why attacks succeed is far more valuable than simply memorizing attack techniques. It changes the conversation from reacting to incidents to preventing them. Instead of asking, "Can we stop every attack?" a far more useful question is, how many opportunities are we unknowingly giving attackers today? That single question encourages a completely different mindset, and that mindset is where stronger cybersecurity truly begins. Before we wrap up, here's a challenge for you. Based on everything we've discussed, what do you think is the single biggest reason cyber attacks succeed today? Is it outdated technology, human error, poor security planning, or something else entirely? Share your answer in the comments, and if you can, explain why. It'll be interesting to see how different perspectives compare, and your insights might even help someone else think differently about cybersecurity. If you found this discussion valuable and it challenged the way you think about cyber threats, consider giving the video a like and sharing it with someone who wants to understand cybersecurity beyond the headlines. And if you're enjoying the Cybersecurity Chronicles series, subscribe to BlueHat Cybersec Academy so you don't miss future episodes where we continue exploring not just what happens in cybersecurity, but why it happens. Until next time, stay curious, keep questioning, and stay cyber aware.